It's that time of year where mosquitoes have come out full force and made being in my garden completely miserable. So I've decided to make the DIY mosquito bucket traps again. I did it last year and I'm going to do it again this year. I'm not entirely sure it completely works, but it can't hurt. I've got 3 5-gallon buckets. I actually need one more because I want to put 4 in my yard. And I'm filling them with some weeds, some garden clippings, and then I'm adding water. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let these buckets sit out in the sun for a couple days, and we're gonna let these weeds get nice and gross. The decaying matter is going to release carbon dioxide, which is going to attract the female mosquitoes to lay their eggs. Next step is to add mosquito dunks. Mosquito dunks slowly dissolve and release a bacterium that is toxic to all mosquitoes. And because I don't need an entire donut for each bucket because it covers 100 square feet of water, I'm going to break it into quarters and add a quarter to each bucket. These are safe to use in organic production. I am also going to add a stick to each bucket in case an unintended wildlife gets in that bucket, it has a way to get out. Now I'm going to place the buckets. I'm going to choose shady spots in the yard that aren't right next to where people are going to be sitting and enjoying themselves. I'm going to put one in each corner of my backyard. Because everyone's situation is different, you need to do what's safe for you and your family and your pets, and maybe you need to put your buckets up high, maybe you need to cover them with some chicken wire to be extra safe. You're going to want to think about where else could mosquitoes be breeding in your yard. We add these dunks to our rain tanks. And there are things you may not even be thinking of, like what about self-watering planters? They hold water. So I'm adding one to those too. Now, to make sure that you have not created a desirable breeding ground for mosquitoes, you're going to want to check these buckets every 30 days to see if you need to add a new portion of a dunk. If the dunk looks completely dissolved, add some more.